Is Slater the answer the Ravens need to just solidify that O-line? Can he play tackle, guard? What is his position? We're going to discuss that and a couple of things more coming right out. Yo guys, my name is Sunny. Welcome to szg.sports, and if you love Ravens content, I know you do, please subscribe now and hit the bell so you know every time I upload a video when I go live. Again, this Monday I'm coming back live, taking phone calls. We're gonna talk free agency, some of the prospects and the craziness that is happening all around the NFL with the carousel of quarterbacks and all that good stuff. But anyway, Slater, man, I was watching this kid and I was impressed. Now that he didn't play last year, so you know, he took that year off. We'll see if that did anything to him. Hopefully he stayed in shape. Hopefully he, you know, did a lot of training and all that. I have my notes here, right? And I have been scouting a couple of different players. I have two in the backlog that I need to make a video of. But Slater's one of my favorite that I looked so far. Definitely a first round pick. Definitely a first round pick. Now, here's some of his measurements. He's from Northwestern, 315 and 6'3" is the measurements that I found. The dude looks super solid. When I was watching tape of him, dude looks super solid. And you might say, well, you know, smaller school, less competition. You can make that argument. I think he had no problem making the NFL. I think he is a starter day one. I think this dude is as close as a sure starter in the league as you might find. The question is he a tackle or is a guard? And I'll give you my answer, what I think, coming up. Right? But let me give you the stuff that I saw. Great movement, great feet. He's super athletic, by the way. He's super athletic. Can go to the second level very easily, meaning in a screen pass, right? So you shed that block, right? You sell that you're blocking. Oh, the guy beat me. You're just looking to just get to the second level. The dude has very, very light feet. He can get to the second level. He can identify the linebacker or the safety. You can block it and he can create the hole. Now, for us, is that important? Hell yeah, because we use it as screens, but not only that. Let's say the dude plays tackle for us. We pull tackles all the time. With Stanley coming out of an injury, I don't know how much we're going to be able to pull or how effective he will be, right? It might be a year before he can be very effective like he was in the pulling situation. But Slater's there now. You can pull him now. The thing with Slater is he might be the answer if we lose Orlando Brown, which all indication is he ain't going to play for us next year, right? So think of that prospect, right? Hard-nosed guy, dude is all about effort. He can deal with speed and bull rush. What I was seeing was, you know, smaller guys. He can definitely move the feet very quickly to just block. If they're playing like a Y9 defensive structure, so the guy's way off his shoulder, the dude has the feet to just move and block the guy. And when I was seeing guys engage in the inside, right, dudes that look very strong trying to bull rush him, the dude had no problem with it. Good hand technique. He anchor well. He just put his foot down. Dude is very good. He's super fundamental, very solid. Here's a note that I put. The dude, yeah, Slater. Let me stop calling him the dude. Slater, not the biggest dude, which concerns me on a longer. It concerns me against, you know, bigger pass rushers because he can be solid, right? But, and I don't know his arm length and all that. Obviously, there's no combine this year. But let's say his arm are not super long, but he's trying to engage. Now, if you are going to against a bigger tackle, I think he can definitely deal against a guy like, let's say TJ Watt. No disrespecting TJ Watt. TJ Watt versus like a Myles Garrett, I would be more concerned Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett bigger. Myles Garrett can extend that arm. And because Slater is a smaller guy, I don't know how he will react. If Slater needs to just move his body now to just adjust and get to Myles Garrett can definitely swipe and go around him. That's what I think it can happen. But since with TJ Watt, it's more athleticism. I think Slater can definitely move and handle that, right? So that's a concern that I have. Great technique, great punch. Punches and pops are great. And my question is length. Again, I put it here. Great anchor, a good tape to watch. A great tape to watch. It was against Young, the guy from Washington, right? I played well in that game. So if you guys say, let me watch a tape from him, I went back and watched Ohio State in 2019. Again, he didn't play in 2020. And he held his own. He battled well. Again, he doesn't have problems just to go wide against anybody, right? And Young is a pretty big outside rusher. So that itself, I liked. That itself tells me this dude probably can play tackle, right? So if you're at any point, you're like, let me see. Because the question is, let's say we trade with anybody that is in the team. Let's say Miami. Let's say, I don't know right now who's in the teams. Any teams that is in the teams, and we get that first round pick for Orlando Brown. Well, I think this guy can definitely be, I see him go from 8th all the way to 20-something. And I think the question is, what position is he going to play? Is he going to play tackle or guard? So, and I have it here. My question is, will he be able to play on the outside? I think he'll be a great guard. Not sure if he's a tackle. He's definitely a first-round pick. And that is the question with Slater. It's not about fundamentals, dude has. It's not about, does he anchor well? He anchors well. Can he move his hips well? Yeah, he can move his hip. He has no problem. He light on his feet. If he becomes a guard, he's very capable to be a pulling guard. As a tackle, as a guard, he can definitely sell and be great on the screen pass, right? Can he, hold well with hand techniques? He has well hand techniques. He doesn't get bullied around. He doesn't get pushed around. Again, speed is not an issue for him. The question is length. At 6'3", a guy also that I have here to do in another day is Landon Dickerson from Alabama. Dude is 6'6", and he's an interior, either center or guard at 6'3". Now, that doesn't mean he cannot be a successful tackle. I just have questions, right? So as the Ravens are trying to find a way, now, you know what? He is exactly what you thought Phillips was last year. Phillips was the guy that played tackle in college, right? And I was not a big fan of that pick. And when they announced him as a guard, right? So obviously the Ravens don't even think he can play tackle, because when they announced as a guard, that means when Ravens call, they say, hey, Phillips, guard from, I forgot from where Phillips was. So that tells you a lot of where the Ravens were thinking about, right? They didn't say guard tackle, they just say guard. But this dude is tackle. And again, he held his own as a tackle. His size just concerns me, especially when you have a Myles Garrett in the division, right? Again, against a TJ Watt type of receiver, no problem. Against a Myles Garrett, now, you can still put him as tackle. Let's say you draft him, you make it a right tackle, and you play Cleveland, you see Myles Garrett, you put a tight end next to it, you make the tight end chip, right? Making sure that he goes inside. And the problem is not necessarily speed, it's the length. But you can keep that tight end there and see if he needs help, or you can just keep the running back for a moment and see if he needs help. If you get him in the teens and he becomes a tackle, like if this is not a problem for him, the arm length, then you gotta steal, because I think this dude is a very good tackle. I think then you're like, okay, we went from a great tackle on Orlando Brown, from a guy that I think it can be a starter, can definitely, in my opinion, be a Pro Bowl, not year one, but in the future. Obviously, the difference is you're coming from a guy that is 6'8", a mountain of a guy in Orlando Brown Jr., to a 6'3", more lighter guy. But again, a guy that in a running game should be spectacular. In the passing game, I think he will be really good. But if he's not a tackle, I think now you can slide him as a guard. The problem is Tyreek Phillips, what do you do with him, right? Well, I don't care. If you're one of the best 5, you go there. I saw somewhere somebody had it as a center. I don't know. I didn't see any video of him playing center. That's okay. If he can, fine. I'm concerned that the Ravens keep putting guys. They didn't play center in college as center. I would prefer right now as TCC. But regardless, I think this guy can play 4 of the 5 positions. I think he can play either tackle position. I think he can play either guard position. So he gives you also more flexibility. I think he's a first round pick. Day one starter. I think what you can do if you bring him to the Ravens, think about this. Stanley Bozeman will be there no matter what. Again, you guys know I'm not the biggest Bozeman fan. I think he didn't even play that great last year. But Bozeman, I'm assuming they're going to put Macari, or let's say they bring a free agent. But if not, TCC is the one that I would like them also to look at. You have Powers, and you have him and the right tackle, Slater. Right? You can make Phillips battle the right guard position. You have a lot of competition from a lot of young guys, but he would definitely be an upgrade of O-line. Think about this, and with this, I will let you go. Think about Baker Mayfield. Upgrade O-line, boom, way better, right? Phillip Rivers played way better than he played the year before with the Chargers because he had a better O-line. As soon as you put an upgrade O-line, a lot of quarterbacks' problems start diminishing, right? So O-line play is critical, especially if you want to keep Lamar progressing, right, in the passing game. This is what you need. O-line, whatever I receiver will be great in the first round, sure. I think if you have, for example, my favorite receiver from Minnesota, Bateman, or you have Slater, I'll take Slater before Bateman anytime. But I don't know about you. So give me your comment. What do you think about Slater? Do you think we should draft him? You don't want it. You want a different position. You want O-line position. What is your take? What do we should draft in the first round? Is it a guy like Slater? Is it a guy like Bateman? Or a couple other guys that are coming in the next couple of weeks? If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Facebook, IG, Twitter, obviously YouTube at szg.sports. Don't forget, Mondays is when I try to come live. I take callers, so that's why it's important for you to hit that bell. Hey, I will see you next time. Peace out.